tall.
Ready? I feel really little because your head's so tall.
Well,
Yeah.
well, because the top of my head, I said, but I'm not that far from the top of yours, but your hat makes it look loads taller.
But I feel really little because your head's so tall.
Yeah, all right.
I tell you what, if I was going to redo Manifesting Mastery course,
little hat so tall.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, isn't it funny how the first 2 weeks of ManifestingMasteryCourse.com?
I know.
It's like an adventure in country music.
It is a bit.
Jumpin' Joe Weldon.
Hello, you guys.
Jumpin'
Sorry
Joe
we're a little
Weldon.
late.
All right.
That's right.
Tabitha is here. Jumpin' Joe is here. All these cool, remarkable Triple D and MM people are showing up.
Yes.
We've got an exciting show for you today. We've got a bonus question from Lisa and LaRock on this iPad.
Oh, okay.
So you have two iPads full of questions.
I'll put hers the last.
That's right.
Okay.
Because the first shall become last. Amen.
The first shall become last.
Or is it the other way around? Darkery, yo.
All right. So it's the 12th of May, and it's your Manifesting Questions Answered Live.
You know, some people have been dicking around. You know what I'm going to do in 2023? I'm going to join ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. And you still haven't. Right? How's that working for you? Anyway. See, I don't mind saying this shit, because at some point you draw the line.
Yeah.
Right? Until then, you know. Anyway, it's all negotiable.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so go to easymanifestingmethods.com.
Now, that's really important because those 7 free lessons give you the foundation. Without that, you're doing all sorts of crapshoots. So unless you love rolling the dice, easymanifestingmethods.com.
Yeah. Hello, Matt.
Yo, Matt.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That is the rightness
like
everyone
Matt
said.
did.
Yeah, totally. And we're redoing it right now. So if you join in the fun, it's going to be a lot more fun if you join in now.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right. So, Victoria.
Yes.
Shall we dive in?
Yes.
By the way, let us know. What do you think about the new? We started putting up the new video podcasts about a week ago in a different format. Let us know what you think about that. If you put it in a comment, I'm enjoying it. Like it's really, we're taking off by leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Alma, welcome to the show.
Okay, so we're going to dive in now.
Yeah, this is from Last Minute Danny.
Last Minute Danny.
Yeah, you just snuck it in.
All right.
All right.
So the first question's from Danny via email.
All right.
My girlfriend and I just broke up.
Yep. ... Been there. Mm-hmm.
And Danny asks, I'm in a deep mess of heartbreak, sir. My girlfriend and I just broke up, and I really love her, and her reason was that she didn't love me. Please, is there something I could do to manifest her love, sir? Because it seems my world is falling apart. All right.
So my quick suggestion, because I can say almost nothing in an email, a few comments, you can go to Reddit for a couple hours and hear weird-ass bullshit. But just to be blunt, howtomanifestlove.com. There's 4 little steps in that course that are really good for a situation like yours. That's howtomanifestlove.com, right? But let's give you some gold while you're here, and hopefully you take the time to listen, because some people, they send me questions that they don't listen to me. I find that fascinating. But so here's what I want you to do. A while back, you signed up for those free little lessons at easymanifestingmethods.com. Use those. But don't use them to make her come back or make her do your bidding. Yeah. Use those to build a lovely day. If you're not already doing the Joseph Goddard method, josephgoddardtothemax.com, look into some of the videos we have about that or pick up that pack. Because I can tell you this, if you don't own your day, I'm going to be blunt, this isn't about you. If you don't own your day, you're repulsive to everyone. Almost everybody I know is background noise. I go to the pool, I look at people, I over-listen to stuff, and it's like you're all fucking background noise. We live in a world full of background noise. And I can promise you this, if you create a life that you love, she'll be in it or she won't. But either way, you're both going to love it. On the other hand, if you're craving her to make you happy, she's going to run for the hills. So, how to manifest love, this is really useful in a breakup. It's really useful in a lot of ways. Because one of the secrets is, imagine her happy. Right? And I'm married to her, and I imagine her happy. When I wasn't married to her, you know what I did? I imagined her happy with me. No, I imagined her happy.
Yeah.
This is really important. By the way, this is the same thing I do with clients. Are you guys that are tuned in, you guys that invest and buy shit, and you guys that tell people you bought shit of mine, I appreciate every one of those feedbacks. Because what I do is my job is to imagine Mark Dockery happy. My job is to imagine Beth happy. And it's not just happy, it's getting some meat behind the bones, but you all know that. Alice, happy. Right? I imagine I'm happy that you're happy. And again, what do you do when you love someone? That's it. I don't crave to make you mine. And by the way, I don't even know if you've bought anything. I don't care. What I'm imagining is you, Danny, happy. So, let's begin there. Stay tuned. We're going to keep answering your question and others, seemingly, as we keep going.
Okay.
All right. Zuli, welcome to the show. Alessandra.
Okay.
Go away.
You need to hop down there.
Go eat your brother. Go eat your
know.
brother. Joe won't be happy.
The next question today is from Dream Driven Day Anthony.
I'm imagining Bruce making Joe Weldon
more
happy.
buns. And Anthony asks, is there a key to putting more buns in the oven? I tend to focus on and dwell on the same things.
Cool. So here's the cool thing. I tend to focus from the same things also. Right? So I do my Joseph Goddard in the morning. Right? And I swear to God, you guys that aren't doing this, you're missing out big time. No. So I do my Joseph Goddard in the morning. Bruce, down. Next time you're just staying outside. So, I tend to do my Joseph Goddard in the morning with about 70% of the stuff the same. So I nail 5 to 10, 6 to 12 before I get out of bed, before I drop the kids off at the pool. And this is part of the attitude of Abdullah. This is part of just ownership. But if 70% are the same, 30% are different. Because what do I want every day? I want to have a yummy lunch with her. Right? I came here to be with her. Okay, if I have a yummy lunch with her, that implies a couple things. Right? But one of the wishes is actually enjoying. By the way, we're eating lunch way early today.
We are.
And is it going to be yummy?
Yeah.
Who's been complaining all morning about the smell in the house?
I know, because I'm already practical. That's why we were 5 minutes late.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was trying to get lunch prep, because we've got to eat really early.
But it's really yummy, right? Yeah. So I'm already experiencing her yum, my yum, the yum already. Yeah. And some people say, well, you do it every day, so it really doesn't count anymore. Well, start imagining fucking shit every day. Yeah. Right? Because most people imagine, I'm eating a shit sandwich with people I don't like again. Right?
Yeah.
This is why it's important to have about 70% the same, and the other ones are dynamic. Remember, you don't figure out a wish. You may just be coasting along, right? But I can promise you this: if you take the time and just notice, you pass someone, you see someone at the gym, imagine lovingly for them. Right? Again, that's just putting different buns in the oven. I probably put 200 different buns in the oven a day, and I'm just making up a number, but I can guarantee it's no less than that. So, let's run with that, Anthony. Don't beat yourself up, beat yourself up. Right? Which did he mean? Did you see me? Don't beat yourself up. Right? Anyway, just enjoy yourself. There's the big key, because there are some times where it'll be all the same buns. That's all right. Right? And there's other times where it's like, I spontaneously imagine, what do I call him? The guy that used to walk the fence, still walks the fence, but he doesn't scream anymore. Bobby. Jimmy. Bobby.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Called him.
Yeah. Because his heels never hit the floor. So I'm doing my Joseph Goddard's for Yummy Lunch, podcast, Joe Weldon, whatever. And it's like radio. And then Jimmy, shows up in my thing. So I imagine him walking normally, right? And sure enough, what happens now? The guy fucking skips. He struts. He's like John Travolta. Before he just...
Well...
He pretty much is. Have you seen him walking?
No, but I don't know that he looks like John Travolta.
No, he doesn't, but he struts like John Travolta.
Okay.
Anyway.
Very good. Buddy.
Let's keep going.
Okay.
Anthony, thank you for the question.
Thank you for your question. Okay, question.
I'm sorry. I'm in that mood today.
Okay. The next question's from Dream Driven Day Diane.
I had to do it that way. All right, just to mention that.
The secret of solid.
All right, now this is really good because I have no clue what you're not talking about.
Okay, and Diane asks, Bastion and Child like Empress. No, me neither.
Oh, this
Well,
is
from
great.
that,
You know, it's great. Since we come from both opposite sides of the world originally.
Yeah.
And she's traveled to far, far away lands,
I
and
have.
I went to like Florida. Right? Yeah, sometimes I think she'll know what she's talking about, right?
No.
Not today. Anyway, let's keep going. This is
Anyway,
good.
I sometimes feel like Bastion. When the Empress is yelling at him, all he needs to do is believe. I know this is the way, but somewhere in me won't get past believing it true 100%. Well, I'm guessing. I sense the lukewarmness of my I am, and I return to the mustard seed, desiring that much faith in my I am. Desiring that much faith in my I am. How can I make this solid for good? No more wishy-washy.
So in Dream Driven Day, when we explore the happy chemicals, those to me there's two ways that I tend to really give richness to experience. One is the happy chemicals, two are the gates. So the gates being your imaginal senses, right? So one of the keys with this, from what I can tell, is what is this year? 2023. I screwed my head up like about 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Right? So I was imagining something about a couple Dream Driven Day members in 2023, the current course that just ended, April 2023. So I'm imagining them a year out. And I'm doing this like at 3 a.m. And so I get up the next day and I go into the group and like, that's last year's fucking group. Right? I was like, no, it's still 2023. But anyway, so
No,
there are some words that I find totally useless in 2023. And one of those words is believe. The other one is belief. And I really do find those words absolutely worthless, because what's a belief? A belief is basically a sustained imagining accepted as true. What is believing? Believing is, believing, these words get really weird to me. So what I personally have done is strip back a good bit. And basically you'll hear me keep saying, imaginal experience leads physical experience. How rich is your imaginal experience? Can you use those 4 happy chemicals? Can you use the 4 gates? If you use the 4 happy chemicals and the 4 gates, and this is a lot of what I do on a one-on-one call. Yeah, I know some people they're stuck in 1 or 2 happy chemicals and 1 or 2 gates, and it's like you don't have any richness. It's like having half the ingredients for a loaf of bread.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So if the key is to believe, not a fan. It just doesn't work for me. I notice it feels good. People all the time are talking about, I believe in Mr. 20. Right? I don't want you to. I want you to have richness. Right? So this whole thing here, the secret of solid is richness of experience. And I'm 99% sure you did triple D. But those happy chemicals, really, really good.
And also, I'm wondering if, it might not be.
Probably not.
Probably not. But I know for me that if I forget and sometimes think about the wish instead of the wish fulfilled.
Totally.
Because the wish, when it's just about the wish, I can get caught up in, it's like that whole thing of, well, I don't know if I believe it 100% true. But when it's the wish fulfilled, and like you said, using the gates and the happy chemicals and stuff.
Let me ask you a question.
No
doubt. So the cottage is the cottage now. Before it was this thing called falling apart.
Yeah.
And you imagine the click of the cottage door. And that's what nailed it for you.
Yeah.
What color was the cottage when you experienced the click of the cottage door?
No idea.
No idea. What were the windows like?
No idea.
All right. Yeah. What was the roof like? Yeah. No idea.
No.
Right. So a lot of people, they're focusing, and again, I'm glad you bring this up. They'll take, instead of richness of experience and the gates, applying it to themselves, they'll try to it's overwhelming. Versus she really experienced the status of a click. She really experienced the anticipation click as it clicked. She really experienced that.
It's oxytocin. Oxytocin is the bear, isn't it?
Yes.
It was like home. Do you know what I mean?
Home.
Because that's what it feels like.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah, that intimacy.
Of warmth and safety.
It's not a shithole falling apart.
Yeah.
It's not a door on a string.
And it was the click.
It was the
that
click.
Nailed that chemical for me, I reckon.
You're remarkable, people. Cool. Secret is solid. Cool. By the way, you guys that have done Triple D and MM, I'm doing more of one-on-one calls. So if you'd like to chat about scheduling one of those up, I can give you the options and the details. Because I'm really on fire with getting people like to amp things up a bit. Because like one of the things that just recently just pissed me off is the fact that it's in this post-loogie world that a lot of people are settling and they're just letting themselves be watered down, and I'm tired of that. Right? Just very literally. So and I'm excited about a lot of things. So just tossing that up there as a note. Joe Weldon preaching it.
Okay.
Let us continue.
Okay, thank you, Diane, for your question.
All right.
The next question is from Dream Driven Day Jeff, from Jeep to BMW.
Why would anyone own a Jeep except for my father and Lisa?
Not very nice. Jeff asks.
I know, by the way, I do love Jeeps. I love it.
They're fun.
Yeah, they are.
But, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Anyway, but if you got a choice between a Jeep and a BMW, I must admit, I'm just a little biased. I can see me, my Apple phone and my BMW car.
Okay.
Anyway.
So Jeff asks, I wanted a Jeep. Now I know more about cars and would want a BMW. As we grow and outgrow our desires, does that mean we are revising our desires?
That's a great question. And here's what I noticed. Desires are very malleable. They're very changeable, right? It doesn't mean it's like, oh, I want a puppy. Oh, I want a cat. Oh, I want a hamster. Oh, I don't know what I want. Some people love that's their desire, just to be like lost in an internal zoo, right? Now, here's what I noticed, though. It's okay to go, you know what? Let's go out for a steak. And so it's like, all right. So we go out, we sit down for a steak, and then they've got the mountain of meat. And it's like, righty-o, my desire just changed. So that's what's really cool, because in this moment, you may desire a Jeep, right? Yeah, or you may desire a Mercedes, like Anthony Johnson, right? And this is what's really, really cool, because like at any moment, your desire can evolve, can change, because you, quote-unquote, can evolve, can change. When a lot of time people get stuck in like, this is how I am, this is what my desire is, versus noticing, you know what, I thought I wanted a Jeep. That's all right. Right? When I was 10, I wanted a BMW bicycle. Not a BMW, a little Huffy. What was that Huffy bicycle called? Anybody remember?
Huffy.
It was a little Huffy, looked like a motorbike.
BMX.
Nah. When I was little, I wanted a bicycle.
Yeah.
And like now, like I enjoy and I love having, and I want a BMW. Right, which is really, really cool.
But could it go bigger chunk, like, because this does sort of happen, like you think, oh, well, I might think, oh, I want
Oh, this is not a dumb question.
I love my car.
I tell you,
I love my car.
Now, notice this. I really love my car. It's all about me now.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
right?
Because I'm evolving. My car's also evolving.
Did you love your little Toyota?
I love Tic Tac.
Yeah. By the way, look at her. Still does.
I do.
And did you sell it to a scrapyard?
No.
Look at that. See, did you sell it to a scrap yard? Oh no.
Well, I hope it didn't get there.
She gave it to a charity.
I donated it.
Right? Yeah, hoping that it would get further life and then also bless some homeless kids. Right? It wasn't, I was making fun of it. I said, oh, cars for kids. Put a homeless kid in the car. Right? But it was actually a charity that they took used cars and I guess cleaned them up, and then for the profits they helped homeless kids. But as usual, I'm an asshole. Somebody will put this in the comments. I just love it. So that's what he's making fun of homeless kids. He fucking isn't. Right? He just combines shit in his head so weirdly fast. And that might be how desires work, because if you can go big chunk a little bit, right? What's it like to have a car that you love sizzle?
Yeah.
Right? What's it like?
Yeah.
Right? And then you experience that, and it's like right now I'm still a Bimmer guy, but I gotta admit there's this thing about Mercedes that just perking in my background.
Oh.
Right? And it won't be that electric one, right? Not gonna get me the electric Mercedes.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. This is great, Jeff. Right? Keep exploring. By the way, oftentimes this will happen when I'm feeling it real, because it's like I'll feel it real for like, you know what? I'm imagining up a new product. That'd be really cool. I haven't released a new product in years. And I just really start nailing the feeling of like really that accomplishment, and then suddenly we've got dreamdrivenday.com. It's not a product. That's an adventure. But we're going to be opening up the doors, by the way. Dream Driven Day is going to start again in mid-June, I believe. So I got to get the dates worked out. So if you want the early bird on that, let me know.
Cool.
So let's continue.
Okay, so we've got that one and that one.
Yes.
That one?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff. The next question today is from TT. Would you share about ... And TT asks, would you share about your desires? I think there's a how missing. Would you share about how your desires give to men?
Oh, yeah, this is great. So I sent Lisa Ann LaRock a little note saying, "Hey, I'd love to have a question from you on the show." Ready? I didn't check. She already put one up. Oh. Right? So it's like, radio. So of course, I concluded part of my message to her with something about your desires give to many. Right? And this is really important. Then she wrote back, said, "Hey, 20. Like, fudge sickles, man." Right?
I already gave you the question.
Yeah, you already gave it to me. All right. Right? Now, this is really, really, really cool because so your desires give to many. And I'm watching a lot of what I'm just going to call Fruit Loopy LOA teachers out there talking about there's ego-based desires and there's spiritual-based desires. And your ego-based desires versus your spiritual-based desires. And I just go fucking nuts. Because Neville taught something really, really simple. Your desires are divine in origin. Mm. Now, I haven't read Lisa's question yet, but I guarantee it will give to many because she's going to ask a question, she's got a desire to know something, and that'll give to many. Mm. And here's the thing I notice, right? I desire to teach. I think I'm pretty good at it. I've gotten more than one compliment. I've been doing it for decades in one form or another. And this incarnation, ManifestingMasteryCourse.com is 10 plus years old now. Right? We've been around the block for a while. And I mention that because my desire to stay at home, eat lunch with her, imagine her in the garden, and to teach, to make great money while doing what I love, gives to many. When you get that, you totally exit all this fucking bullshit about, and then there's your ego-based desires, and it's like, fuck that. Your desires are divine in origin. It's just like the whole thing about when they say, take inspired action. Neville Goddard said, all that you do and all that befalls you comes from your state. When you get all that you do and all that befalls you comes from a state, you don't have to sit back and go, is this an ego-based desire? Is it a spiritual-based desire? Is it inspired action or is it uninspired action? Yeah, you get it? We're bypassing bullshit. And this is really important because until you bypass bullshit... But meanwhile, Victoria. Lisa Ann LaRock has a divine question, I am sure.
Okay.
And I'll cut that into your notes when I can.
Okay.
All right.
So thank you, TT, for your question.
Oh, I had a brilliant question and a lovely rant. I may ask you to pull that rant out so we can do a little micro video on that.
Post it up on Reddit.
Post it up on Reddit. What did I call it the other day? My buddy reached out to me and I called it Weed It or something like that. Just pull the weeds on that puppy. Cool. Yeah. Jesslyn, welcome to the show.
And the last question today, so Lisa's obedient. In your hindsight, or however, because she's already asked. But anyway,
that's right. Well, I'm obedient.
You're obedient.
That's right. I'm a good boy.
So the last question today is from Lisa, Dream Driven Day, Lisa.
That is the rightness.
And we're going to call it.
I don't know. I haven't read it.
Okay, we don't know, but it will show on the edits.
Yeah, that's right. It'll say some catchy title here.
Yeah. All and right. Lisa asks, "Hello, 20 in Victoria.
Yo.
I don't recall either of you mentioning something you desire which has not yet come to you. It is common that this topic of desires, outstanding, be discussed in groups and framed in a positive manner, yet years pass and still no fulfilled desire. Please open up this topic for us. Thank you."
All right. Do you want to go first? Or you want me to?
You go first, because I'll have a think about desires that haven't come to pass. I mean, I'm sure there's loads. But then, for me, I'm sure that it's, like I was just saying, for Jeep versus, was that Jeff's?
You got to face the mic when you talk.
Oh, sorry. Like, I think it was Jeff with the Jeep versus BM, and like, oh, was it that question? Anyway, no, it wasn't. It was the other one. But how I incorrectly thought of the wish instead of
The wish fulfilled.
The wish fulfilled. Like,
Right.
there's these little traps, and I also thinking how, for me, if something's like really big, it's really important, and so then it's almost like I feel like that just puts me into a world of anxiety and almost chases it away instead of living in my wish fulfilled. But you go.
Notice how she said, I'm going to go first.
Yeah, and I'd said all of that.
This is
'cause I'm
great.
trying to name a wish, but yeah, you do this first.
Cool. So when I immigrated to here from America, right? So when I immigrated here, I had to spend 4 years in the country on a permanent visa before I could apply for citizenship, right? So that basically the timeline starts now, right? So I came here originally in 2010, and so on and so forth. Now, what's really, really cool, so basically there's a 4-year wait. So I'm imagining, I was here on a visitor visa. I was coming to Australia on a visitor visa, walking through, the checkpoint, imagining that I am a citizen, right?
Yep.
And so that was supposed to take 4 years after a specific date. It took less than that. Now, we'll tell you some stuff around that. Now, here's what happened. I imagine being a citizen by imagining voting. As you all know, not thrilled with voting, pearlpowerpack.com, right? Not thrilled with voting at all, because I think it's a complete and total waste of my time, right? But Australians are required to vote. Only Australians can vote, unlike Philadelphia, right? So it's like, radio, I'll do what it takes most of the time. But let me undigress.
Yeah, because I was going to say that happened earlier, not that it didn't happen at all. Yeah.
Yes. So Australians must vote. Only Australians can vote.
Let him out.
Get rid of him. Goodbye, Emmett. So, only Australians can vote. Australians must vote. So I imagine voting, right? Not something I'm thrilled with, but something that would imply my wishes fulfilled. So, and it took years for this one to show up. I didn't dwell on it every day. I dwelled in it every day. Very rarely did it come to mind. Because while I was waiting the couple of years, and it happened 2 years ahead of schedule, unlike Philadelphia, I'm glad when people actually catch my humor, right? And it's true. But anyway, so even though it happened like 2 years earlier than it should have, they changed the rules, right? It still took years, right? And this is what's really, really cool, because dwelling in it, I don't have to dwell on it. If you're dwelling on it, you're not dwelling in it. So meanwhile, I'd imagine being a citizen, and I imagined, courses up, clients up, like lots of fun for her up, cars up, all that stuff. Yeah, construction on the house done right, the garden. I'd like daily wishes. I imagined thousands of other things. And very rarely did citizenship ever come to mind. And if it did, it was like, alrighty, let me just reimagine that. Let me reimagine fucking voting. For God's sake, right? So there's the big thing. And I think that, like Zara just pointed out, you dwell in it, not on it. And here's the thing. Here's another thing, and I'll go back to Victoria's bit. A lot of people will daydream for years. And I swear to God, I've done so many live calls and one-on-ones and groups, and people have the insight finally. It's like, I've been daydreaming for years. Yeah, daydreaming feels good. Daydreaming is like looking at porn for years. Looking at porn for years does not make you have a prettier girlfriend or girlfriend, period. Right? Imagining being in a relationship already does. Right? So there's the big thing right there. So if you've actually done the imaginal work that matters, it ain't going to matter to you if it takes years. But on the other hand, here's a key. This is why I love, and everybody here, if you don't got it, go get Joseph Goddard to the max. Because I imagine absolutely yummy meals with her every day. And I've got like a 99.9% track record. Right? And it's for these daily wins that matter. Because it's like, in Dream Driven Day and Joseph Goddard to the Max, two of the things that I've built into those is exploring in one way or the other, today manifesting. Because a lot of people, they will manifest with the feeling of someday, and that don't fucking work. That feels good. It's like porn. It's the same stare. It's the same physiology. So versus like now, very different. So, Alex, Link, Joseph got her the Max. I'm assuming you put it in there. Thanks, Alex. You're a rock star.
Yeah.
Cool.
Excellent.
All right. So, your turn.
My turn.
Oh, you said you were going after me. So, boom.
Oh.
Or did you say your bit?
I probably said my bit, really.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So I'll leave it all alone now.
Cool. Something I noticed with Victoria. Can I reveal a little bit of your process?
You can.
So we're getting a little retaining wall put in, and there's going to be some trees out there and shit. And she's got this vision, and it's a fuzzy vision, and it's a very general vision. And she's slowly finding the details that matter. Right? She even took 2 leaves to a nursery the other day. Right?
I did. I want this tree.
Yeah, and the guy, so she takes 2 leaves to the nursery. She says, I want this tree. And what did he say?
He said, they're actually from 2 different trees. What?
Imagine the fun, right? And here's the thing. The garden is an ongoing emergent. A lot of people are trying to manifest the big thing to solve the emergency. As an Australian, I'm an ongoing emergent. I got the paperwork. I can prove I took the oath, all that good stuff. But what I actually am is an ongoing emergent. I'm curious what I do in Australia for the next 40, 50 years. Because I want to contribute to this land, not just have my paperwork. So, all right. Darkery just talked to his kids, so he has to catch the refund. Tell your kids we said hi.
Hi, Dockery's kids.
Hi, Dockery's kids. Share it to them. Share it with them. Share it with them. Dockery's kids. All right.
Okay, so thank you, Lisa and Rock, for your question.
That was a great question.
And for 20 being obedient to ask you.
Jordan says hi. Hello,
Hi,
Jordan. Ready? Hi, Jordan. Jordan. Yo. Yo, yo, yo.
Cool.
That's right.
So what we want to know is, tell us, what was your hashtag strawberry bit?
All right.
I really like when you said dwell in or dwell on. So, yeah, that's my hashtag strawberry bit.
All right.
Dwell in the state.
Yeah.
Dwell on, like, the problem or the what you haven't
Yeah,
got
could have
yet.
been. Should have been.
Yeah, so thank you. What was your hashtag strawberry bit?
My hashtag strawberry bit's probably my dance with Lisa and LaRock today. Because, like, seriously, I really, and this is what's cool, ready? I had a desire for a question from you on the show. Right? Because I honest to God get how much it gives to people. Right? All your questions do. But I just, you tend to bring out something that's really special in us. So it's like, radio, let me text her. Right? And it's like, it's like I wanted her to know, you know what your questions give, or your desires, because a question is a desire for some understanding. And I just let her know that. And I thought, that'll make a great question for the show. So I put it in thinking that'll be the grand finale. And it's like, no, 20. Finale. Your grand finale is my question. So, score. Usha, hey, nice to see you. I'm going to be reaching out to you about
Usha.
a chat.
Look, I stole his hat.
She's a hat stealer, that woman.
I do sometimes. I let him wear it sometimes.
That's right. I don't steal your clothes.
No, I don't, because you'll stretch them.
That's right.
Okay. Meanwhile, go to easymanifestingmethods.com.
If you haven't, go there. Actually do that. Sign up. Click the link we send you in the confirmation email. Mondo, love you, buddy. Really, really important. See, this is where Facebook is so funny, because Mondo says on it, right? And then it says Mondo's watching. It's like Mondo's commenting before he's watching.
I know.
How is that possible? Anyway, only in Facebook land.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
You two are so cute. Manifestingmasterycourse.com. I tell you what, I'm pondering new ways to share this. If you guys would maybe post some posts in the group about, like, what do you think about this? Manifestingmasterycourse.com, from what I can tell, brings a bigger sense of joy into your life. And because it brings it to play out in this Dream Driven Day, I'm just pondering as it brings out joy and purpose. And again, I don't know. Let me know what you think about that.
Oh, sorry, they wouldn't go out before. So, for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right.
Hello, Isha. You might not have heard us.
Yeah.
We said hi before.
Anyway. Yes. All right.
Okay. Have a great day, night, weekend. We'll catch you next week.
Yes, we will. See ya.